It's often helpful to do some bankruptcy planning prior to filing a bankruptcy action. There are limited things that you can do within the law that might put you into a better position to file for bankruptcy. One example is the court looks at your income for the last 6 months to determine your annual income. If you've had a good 6 months, you might want to wait till you've got a 6-month period with a lower amount of income. That might affect your ability to file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. That might affect your payments if you file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You can also do a certain amount of planning, sell off some assets that you might otherwise have to give up in bankruptcy if you can make good use of those funds. Various other types of planning that's appropriate. There are also things that are inappropriate and might get you into trouble prior to a bankruptcy. One common one that I see clients do, despite my best advice, is running up the credit cards just before filing. That's not appropriate. The credit card companies give you the credit cards on your implied promise that when you borrow the money, you're going to pay it back. And that's okay. And if you are unable to pay it back, you can discharge those debts in bankruptcy. But if you charge up the credit cards after you've made that decision to file bankruptcy, after you've seen your bankruptcy attorney, after you've passed the point where you can no longer make those payments, then the credit card companies will consider that to be fraudulent. And debts that are incurred by fraud do not get discharged in a bankruptcy. So there are limits on the types of things you can do prior to a bankruptcy filing. It's best to get the advice of an attorney if you think you need to do some planning.